Hi, everyone. This is just a short video because there were some questions in the surveys about projects on RStudio desktop, and I just want to kind of take you through it. So the one real big difference between RStudio Cloud and RStudio Desktop is that they handle projects differently. You may see, like, in RStudio Desktop, when you're kind of entering the workspace, you have the option to open a new project. But in RStudio Desktop, it's different, and I'll show you how to start a project. So one thing to note, if you've never used a project, there is this little indicator up in the top, and it says Project None. So that means that you are not currently in a project. So there are multiple ways to start a project. You can use this new project here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the File menu and go into New Project. And that brings up this new project wizard. So what you usually want to do is you want to create a project in a new directory. And if you're not used to any of these other options, you can click New Project. That works great. These just kind of set your file directories up with certain things, like, for example, Shiny Web Application, and make sure that everything is kind of set up in the right way. But we're not going to use those. So we're going to use this new project. So, and this is important. This is where you can create your new project. So I'm just going to call my project New Project. And this is where you can kind of set where the project lives. So this is going to be a folder within C code. So now I'm going to hit Create Project. And if you look at the file location under Files, you can see I have now created a folder called New Project under C code. And my rproj file that you couldn't find before is now created. So now I can create a data folder. And then now the first thing I might want to do is create a new R Markdown file. So if I go to New File, R Markdown, oops, sorry, wrong one. Slip of the finger. No, that's not it again. Sorry, morning internet fingers. So under New R Markdown, so here you can give it your R Markdown file a title. So New Project. And there are these options. I will probably go over this in class, is that there are all of these different options you can kind of output your output R Markdown. You can even output to Word. You can output to PDF. This requires an installing of an external package called TinyTech, and we can talk about that if there's interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit OK. And now I'm going to make sure to save this. So remember, we want to try to save our R Markdown files in the root directory. So that's where the rproj file is. So we're going to save our file. So I'm just going to call it New Project Document. And now you can see that we've created our R Markdown document in the root folder. So this should set you up for success with a new project. And this is also why I like it. Some of you may be aware of this command called getwd. So getwd is short for working directory. And this tells you where you are currently. The nice thing about projects is that your working directory is always going to be in your project folder. And you don't really have to, you don't really have to worry about setting the working directory now. That's the number one reason why I really like projects, because it saves me a lot of headaches, and just kind of bundling everything together, it can be really helpful. So that's it. Hopefully that answers that question. If not, please be sure to bring these questions to class. Okay.